took Ali Sheik say that he sent you an offer, possibly to face Crawford for coming up here. Is that true, or what happened with that?
No, I don't have any offer. And look, I'm 100% focused on this fight, and then we'll see.
How is Crawford, his composure, going to be like the moment a punch lands on him from Canelo?
Are you kidding me? Take that question back.
Yeah, why?
Because you're talking about Crawford.
Yeah.
He's
But in weight classes,
he's the most composed guy. What, you don't think he'll be prepared? You think it'll be a shock to him? No.
I think Crawford could beat Canelo Alvarez.
I think he's too small. But then again, I thought he was too small for Spence. So shows what I know. So I don't know. I think that's a lot of weight class jumping. But we'll see. It's a good talking point. I don't know that would really happen. I mean, listen, we've seen some strange things in boxing. Don't get me wrong, especially in the recent years. So I don't say never. But I don't know how seriously that's going to be taken. But I think when you're at a level, when you're coming off a big win like Crawford just did, anything you say reverberates through the
Showdown between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. The debate ignites fierce opinions, but many believe that Alvarez holds the clear advantage in this clash as a 4-division world champion, and the undisputed king of super middleweight Canelo brings a blend of power, experience, and elite-level competition that could overwhelm Crawford, while Crawford has recently proven his dominance at welterweight, stepping up to face someone as physically imposing and seasoned as Canelo at 168 pounds could. Present insurmountable challenges. Canelo's combination of explosive punching power, relentless pressure, and superior experience in higher weight classes might be too much for Crawford to handle. Here's a deeper dive into why Alvarez could.
It's not official, but it may be a done deal. Terence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez. Early thoughts? What do you think?
Yeah, look, the first thought is, can he handle the weight jump? Can he handle the weight jump? He being Crawford against Madridov, people are going to say, "Oh, he had some hiccups." Who don't have hiccups? When you eat something that's a little difficult to eat, and Madrimov was a little difficult to eat, he's not easy to digest. He's a good fighter. But when you eat something that's a little tough to digest, you get hiccups, right? So come on, he's human. So he had a few hiccups. He won the fight. He's Terence Crawford. A lot of people say, "Oh, Teddy, you make him so good. You're always saying how great Crawford is." But who's he beating? He unified the. What was his first division? Lightweight. Then he unified the junior. Then he unified the junior welter. Then he unified the welter. I think I got the weight classes right. It doesn't matter.
The highly anticipated fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford will take place in September 2025 during Mexican Independence Day weekend. Canelo will defend his WBC, WBA, and WBO super middleweight titles against Crawford, who is making a bold move up from welterweight to 168 pounds. Crawford, known for his versatility and skill, faces a formidable challenge as he steps up in weight to take on Canelo, the undisputed champion. This clash promises to be one of the biggest boxing events of the year, with both fighters vying for supremacy in the super middleweight.
He went on the rant with Teddy Atlas.
What's that mean?
He said you're the most overrated Mexican champion in history. He said that Salvador Sanchez and
boxeador mexicano.
Más popular,
pero sin causa.
Sí.
Fucking crazy, that guy. and you think he knows boxing? Fuck.
Canelo Alvarez's advantages in a fight with Terence Crawford go beyond his sheer power. The Mexican superstar has spent years mastering his craft against some of the most dangerous fighters across multiple weight classes. From Gennady Golovkin to Sergey Kovalev, his ability to adapt to different styles, combined with his granite chin, makes him a nightmare for anyone stepping into the ring, especially someone moving up in weight like Crawford.
Terence Crawford said that he moved up and won, and Canelo moved up and lost.
They talk all the crazy stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won.
I don't think that was a strong point because Canelo Alvarez actually moved up and won. I mean, he moved up a lot of weight classes, but if you want to talk about light heavyweight, he moved up and he beat Crawford. Then he moved up again and he lost to Bivol. Terence Crawford, on the other hand, he moves up to 154. He won 115, 113, but it was just for the 11-0 Madrimov, who didn't really have much of a resume, right? But there's a difference, to be real. I mean, Bivol is a Hall of Fame. Okay, this guy, all-time light heavyweight. It's a bit different. Canelo did knock out Kovalev when he did move up. Okay, and Kovalev is a bigger challenge at light heavyweight than Madrimov at 154 for Terence Crawford. Let's just keep it a bit.
Canelo's success at super middleweight has showcased his comfort and dominance at 168 pounds, his physical strength and clinches precision body shots and ability to cut off the ring make it extremely difficult for smaller, faster fighters to stick to their game plan. Crawford's speed and technical brilliance, while remarkable, might not be enough to offset the size disparity fighting at a weight where Alvarez is naturally stronger, could lead to Crawford's punches lacking the impact needed to keep Canelo at bay. Listen,
Canelo needs to understand he's a different fighter now. The deterioration is there. He's not the same guy. He's not that destroyer who's looking for knockouts early and keeps a pace and a pressure on you. He throws 30 punches around. You're not the same guy. So telling everyone you're going to knock them out and then going into, 6 decisions in a row now? Scores a knockdown every time. The power's still there. The problem is the pace and the ability to carry on and push. That's the real difference, and that comes with age. He's 34 going on 45 at this, as far as I'm concerned. He's got a ton of fights, he's been around for a long time, doesn't have that same desire, the same drive to take the chances against these younger, bigger guys, because he is fighting younger, bigger guys. So you got to keep that in mind as well.
When he fought Canelo, and he was like standing right in front of Canelo, and Canelo's just whiffing, it was a life lesson. And then you look at how good Canelo's head movement got after that fight, when he realized it. I mean, my God, when he fought Danny Jacobs, and Canelo's just standing right in front of him, bobbing and weaving. That's all what he learned from fighting Floyd.
Vast experience in high-stacked bouts gives him a mental edge. He's accustomed to the pressures of massive fights, pay-per-view main events, and facing fighters with a wide range of styles from slick boxers to heavy hitters. Crawford, while undefeated, has not faced anyone with a combination of skills, power, and ring IQ that Canelo possesses. Stepping up 2 weight classes to challenge someone of Alvarez's caliber might expose vulnerabilities that Crawford has never had to deal with before.
Es esta, fíjate. Pam, 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 pam. Hun, hun, hun. Gancho. Hun, hun, hun. Digo. Hun, hun, hun. Eso. Hun, hun, hun. Eso. Eso.
While Crawford's dominance at welterweight is undeniable, his recent dismantling of Errol Spence Jr. cemented his legacy. At 147 pounds, moving up to fight a natural super middleweight like Canelo is an entirely different challenge. Alvarez has been trading punches with fighters who naturally carry more power and durability, and he has proven time and time again that he thrives in these environments. The gap in experience, size, and strength could very well be the deciding factors in this fight. Canelo's ability to wear down opponents with calculated aggression and his devastating bodywork could spell disaster for Crawford, who has never faced such a physical challenge.
Crazy with Canelo. Oh, he's too big. He's a good night for Crawford. He's going to bed. All that stuff. Not so fast. Not so fast. Don't forget that the other guy is bringing something to the party, too. And he's bringing the things that hopefully I just described to you guys in the best way I can. When it gets closer, we'll get more thorough with it. But right now, I think you know where I'm leaning. And I'll make it even clearer where I'm leaving. So there isn't a lot of suspense. I ain't going against Crawford. Okay? I do think he's that special guy. I think Canelo's special too, but I think Crawford's special in a little bit, even more so. Even more so. He hasn't learned how to lose yet. I think he does have those special ingredients that go beyond the physical genetics, the physical DNA. So that's it. Okay? Good. You don't like it? Too bad.
I think that was a fair breakdown. I mean, listen, those ingredients you're touching on with the smaller man are the same ingredients you saw in Usyk. Abilities and ways to find a way to win.
I'd like to know what the weight's at in this fight, but has that been figured out yet? Probably not, because
No.
that to me is a variable there.
Teddy Atlas contemplates the difficulty Canelo may have in trying to make 60 pounds, which would be an ideal weight for Crawford to compete at. He notes that Canelo would likely be unwilling to drop to 160 pounds, particularly at his current stage in his career. Instead, Atlas speculates that the fight could potentially take place at a catch weight, such as 164 pounds, though he believes Canelo would be hesitant to agree to such terms given his established weight class dominance. At 168 pounds, this issue of weight is central to Atlas's argument, as it could affect the fighters' abilities to execute their IIEs and maximize their strengths. Atlas also discusses Crawford's versatility and how it might give him an advantage against Canelo despite the size difference.
Hey, how's it going? Marcos Villegas for Fight Up TV, powered by Stagefront VIP, being joined here with Teddy Atlas. Teddy, I got to get just right to it. Terence Crawford wanting to move up 3 weight classes to fight Canelo Alvarez. You as a trainer, what's your insight on that? And I don't know, would you advise a fighter to move up 3 weight classes to fight someone like Canelo?
You got to remember, he's already moved up 3 weight classes. So now you're talking 6, if you add on 3, you know? Yeah, my math is different than yours, being that I've been in this business my whole life. So 6 is a lot, 6 weight classes. That's a lot. 3, he had the skeleton for it. Does he have the skeleton to go up 6? I don't know that he does, but I know he's got this. I know he's got this. I know he's got the character, and I know he's got the mind. I know he has special gifts that very few fighters have.
When analyzing a fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, the most glaring factor that stands out is the weight disparity. Canelo has been operating comfortably at 168 pounds, dominating fighters who are naturally bigger and stronger. Crawford, on the other hand, has spent the majority of his career at lightweight, junior welterweight, and welterweight, while Crawford is undoubtedly skilled and powerful for his size. Moving up to face a seasoned super middleweight champion like Canelo would require him to overcome an immense physical disadvantage that could severely limit his ability to execute his usual game plan.
I'm going with Terence Crawford. Big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you. It ain't no disrespect toward Canelo, but I've said this the last couple of years. I'm not betting against Terence Crawford with nobody else. You got to show me that you can do this.
World champion Demetrius Andrade believes that while Crawford is an exceptional fighter, Canelo's size and experience at higher weight classes give him the edge. Andrade predicts that Crawford might struggle with the power and agility of Canelo. One of the major hurdles for Crawford would be moving up 2 weight classes to challenge Canelo. Crawford previously moved up to 154 pounds for his last fight, where he secured a decision victory over Israel Madrimov. However, making the leap to super middleweight would mean facing significantly larger and stronger adversaries.
A few weeks ago, you heard what Terence Bud Crawford had to say on why he wants to take on Saul Canelo Alvarez.
I just want the opportunity, to fight the best fighter in my generation that's out there. He's the most accomplished fighter, and I would just like to, fight another great.
Which is a very noble reason. I mean, it's a reason that I can get behind. If you notice, his primary reason isn't money. He did say it'd be the biggest fight, which, you do want a big fight, but I don't think he meant monetarily, which the money comes, okay? But what he's saying is he want to test himself versus the best. And I think he's telling the truth here, right? Of course you want big money and stuff like that, but I think his swan song is just him test himself up against the very best. Those are the reasons the war room can get behind.
Are you tired of people asking you about Terence yet?
No, look, there's I always say I respect Terence Crawford. He's a very talented fighter, but he just win one big fight. If you see his record, he just beat one good fighter like Errol Spence is.
Yes.
But other than that, I don't think he's beating other great fighter like Spence. He did a really good job with the Spence. He did like almost look very easy. But I knew Terence Crawford is a great fighter. But you never know in boxing. We'll see.
Canelo is known for his devastating power, especially at 168 pounds. He has finished opponents like Caleb Plant and Billy Joe Saunders with crushing body shots and well-timed power punches. Crawford, who has never fought above 147 pounds, may struggle to absorb the kind of damage that Canelo dishes out. Alvarez's ability to attack the body relentlessly would sap Crawford's energy and neutralize his speed advantage.
I mean, I can't really say nothing about that. If that's what he wants to do, then that's what he's going to do. Canelo is a man that he does anything he wants to do. I don't think really what people say affects him. But I feel like the people, they want to see David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez. It's the biggest fight to make happen, and I feel like I'm the biggest threat to him.
Payday. I'm the face of boxing.
Crawford wanted a payday, but Crawford didn't do good at 54. When I talk to people, they all tell me you would have knocked him out at 68.
Well, he knows now. He experimented the 154, and he knows. Maybe he do in 168 for a payday, for a big check.
My last thing, Canelo, you just donated $70 million to build. You donated $70 million to build a center for kids with special needs in Mexico. Tell me about it. Why did you do that?
I always try to help people.
Why?
And I don't like to respond this kind of thing because I don't like to put myself like I help. I help from the bottom of my heart.
It was very nice.
Enrique, Don Eduardo, las palabras de